Welcome back to my YouTube channel and to my train room. If you remember, in last week's episode I started on an N-scale house. I got the walls built. This week I'm going to be detailing the walls and the roof. So follow along and I will show you what I've been up to. So I have these 3-tab shingles from Rusty Stumps. I've opened one pack already and they've got the peel off backing. Peel to stick, I think they call them. And I've got to line this up with the bottom of the window. These are going to be fiddly. Right, let's try resting my hand on that. I've just got to get them parallel with the siding. I think that's parallel there. I think this calls for a brand new blade. Right. Alright, that's going to take forever, but that's what the customer wanted. I'm just going to turn the camera off and I will check in with you again later. Well, I've got the upper walls covered in shingles. Boy, was that tedious. I've still got to cut out most of the windows, and it was as I was cutting out the 3 front windows that I realized that I probably should have applied the shingles before I assembled the building, because it's a real pain to get the knife in to be able to trim the windows out. The vertical cuts, not too bad, but it's the horizontal ones that I just can't get the knife straight. So what I found I had to do was push most of the shingles out from the inside and then find where the sill is and do the cutting from the outside, which is really awkward. Did not give me a very neat cut on the front. And see, it's pulling, because even though it's a brand new knife blade, it's just fouling it up. Now I'm going to turn the camera off in case I start swearing. Okay, after a little bit of experimentation, I found the best way of cutting these windows out. I start by doing the vertical cuts from both top and bottom of the building. Then I can push most of it out from the front. And then I just finish it up from the outside using the knife as a saw. So I'm basically just sawing it out. And being very, very careful, I can just about get through it without pulling them off. Then give the window another test fit just to make sure I got it clear enough. That one looks like it's a little bit skew, so I'm going to have to work on that some more. Well, I've got the roof cut and installed. I've let the glue go hard. It's not completely even around the edges, but I have a plan for that. I'm going to use a piece of this 1/16 of an inch siding, and then I'm just going to stand the building like that. The 2 ends are pretty much equal. It's the sides that there's a little bit more variation. and especially this one, it's way over. And that's about perfect. Okay, now I've got to shingle the roof. Before I do that, what I'm going to do is put some parallel lines so that I can keep the shingles straight. I think I'm going to put them every 5mm. Back to the tedious part, round 2. I have these titchy chimneys, which are actually square single flue chimneys, and I need rectangular double flues. So what I'm going to do is start by sanding all the detail off one side of 2 chimneys, and I'm going to glue them together. And the other one remains a single. Yeah, I've got to let that go hard, and then I've got to cut the bottom off to the same angle as the roof, like that. Right, the double goes on the front of the house about there, and the single goes on the back the other side. Okay, so I can put a few more rows of shingles in before I need to worry about that. Before I get too far up the roof with the shingles, I need to put the chimneys on. I've already sprayed them brick red primer, and I'm going to attach them with Pliabond, which is my go-to adhesive for wood to styrene joints. Not too much crap on the workbench here. Needs to be above where the interior wall would be. That would most likely be halfway between the windows. So that's where I'm going to put it. Although being vertical is a lot more important than being inch perfect where I want it. That'll do for that one. Now I've just got to go away and let that go hard again. Okay, just as I turned the camera on, Duke wanted to say hi, so here he is. Anyway, I've got the shingles all the way to the ridge, and this, on any full-size roof, this is the very best part of the job, getting the ridge cap on, because it means we're just about done. Duke, you need to get down because I don't want to cut you. I don't know how well this ridge cap is going to fit because I've never used this product before. Well, it seems like the camera cut out again. Not to worry, I was just about to wrap it up for this week anyway. Next week I'll be building front and rear porches for the house. So I hope to see you then. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.